Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite weeknight meals, a nice thick Sicilian pizza. As an Italian American, this is something that I love to eat at least once a week, and my girlfriend really enjoys when I make it as well. This is my grandma's recipe and I hope you guys enjoy. So there's two main important ingredients on how to make a Sicilian style pizza. The first one being the pan. You need a pan with high sides, that way the pizza just doesn't spread out. You want it to rise upwards. Preferably a 9x13 baking pan works great. Second being the bread flour. It gives a great consistency, texture, and flavor to the dough. And then just a simple marinara sauce with some garlic, some fresh oregano, and it's that simple. Sicilian style pizza should not be hard, and we're gonna make it very, very easy for you guys to learn how to make it. Please stay tuned, and you guys are gonna really enjoy this one. It's one of my favorite weeknight meals. So there's a few important tips and tricks on how to make the perfect pizza dough every single time. One being, when you're using the active dry yeast, you want to make sure that the water that you're hydrating the yeast with is not too hot and it's not too cold, right around the temperature of a hot tub. Just test it on your wrist and let the water run for a little while until it gets warm. Next, you want to make sure that you weigh out your flour. That way you're not adding extra water or extra flour because the dough is too wet or too dry. The next tip is to make sure that you knead the dough until it's smooth. Those three things will make a perfect pizza dough every single time. Next, we're gonna cover the pizza dough, put it in a warm area, and let it sit for 2 hours until it doubles in size. So while our pizza dough is rising, we're gonna get our ingredients all sorted to make the pizza sauce. We have some plum tomatoes peeled from a can. We have some fresh garlic that we're gonna slice super thin. And we also have some fresh oregano from our herb garden. First, we're gonna start by slicing the garlic razor thin and adding some olive oil to a pan on medium-low heat. Then after that, we're gonna add the tomatoes and cook them down for around 20 minutes. Once the water cooks out of the tomatoes and it slightly thickens, we're gonna add the fresh oregano. And then our pizza sauce is done. our dough is risen. It took about 2 hours. We have an ambient air temperature of around 73 degrees. If you have a colder apartment or house, just make sure you stick it in a really warm area, and maybe if you have to put a few tea towels on top just to keep it warm so it does rise. So next, we're gonna take a mixture of some semolina and flour, and we're gonna lightly dust our baking pan. This will give a little bit of a crispy bottom to the dough when we bake it. All right, so let's get our dough into the baking pan. Let's uncover it. I love the smell of fresh dough. It has such a unique smell to it. So I'm just gonna turn it out. So place it gently in here. And I'm gonna spread it evenly to the edges. You wanna push it, and you wanna also leave a little bit of a crust. So that's it, our dough is in the pan. We're gonna put a good amount of sauce and a good amount of cheese, and we're gonna put it in a preheated oven at 450 degrees for around 30 minutes until the crust and the bottom is nicely golden brown. Now, if you're a cheese lover, make sure you're as generous as possible when it comes to the cheese. You can never have enough. I like a good amount of cheese and a good amount of sauce on my pizza. I don't like it when it's dry. I'm sure most people are the same way. So our pizza just came out of the oven. We cooked it for 30 minutes, and now we let it rest and cool slightly for around 10 minutes. You don't want to cut into it until you let it rest for a little while, plus it's too hot to eat. Wow, this pizza came out amazing. The dough is, look at that, so squishy and chewy. The cheese is melted perfectly. It's got those beautiful crispy little brown bits. This is gonna be phenomenal. It's light and fluffy. Wow, look at that. All right, so now this is the best point to taste the pizza. It is cooled slightly, and we're gonna give it a taste and see how it came out. I can tell you right now that it's gonna be phenomenal. I can tell by the texture of the dough. It's squishy. It's just oozing with cheese and sauce. All right, let's get into it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a fork and knife or I'm gonna pick it up. I think I'm gonna pick it up because it has cooled a bit. Wow, look at this. The dough is so soft and has such good flavor from the bread flour. The sauce has the perfect acidity. It's really beautiful. The fresh oregano comes through nicely. And I just can't put this in words how good this pizza is. You guys are gonna really love this recipe. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below if you guys make it. Thank you guys so much for watching.